a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. To the air right away, Mariota. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
A first down throw for Mariota. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked up by Pete Werner. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. First, here's Washington. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Right back to Washington. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The Saints had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They get it to Washington, running left. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now Patterson to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Mariota. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mariota now to throw on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run free after the catch.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't throw.
Tremendous field position there. Perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. They went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Smith throwing again. He hits his target, Lockett. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Smith now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, he's batting down the edges, time defensively. Those are 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now they can get you I think you have to. Look at this situation. You've got to learn out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll throw again. Mariota toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll sneak it with Mariota. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Marcus Mariota. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing, Winston. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. 31 yards, and the Saints are back within a score. Let's go with the extra point. They'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. From the 27, Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot. It's 3rd down.
That time to say that it's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got it out of the way to slow down that ball in the air.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mariota on first down. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect. Back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Winston. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 62 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. The give running left, it's Washington. And he'll be taken down near the 20 of the 21. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, Washington. Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough with run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what the offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on second down, Smith. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. We'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
The defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. The transmission said he's just going to be a winner. It's going to be 6 points as it takes a delivery into the end zone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They try to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The offense on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing is Mariota. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
To the air again, Smith.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A 14-yard touchdown.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a back.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. It's hauled in by Hardy. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Washington gets it going right. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now on 1st down, it's Washington again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're heading towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Winston. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Winston now. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and they'll remain down by 2.
And this is a commentary in today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Final play of the half here. Mariota going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Winston. Over the middle, complete. That's Washington. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
First down, Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. I thought that post route there did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
This one left side caught by Patterson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Well, ultimately, the second half was better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going as a big part of their offense.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Myers' kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions results. And frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Staying on the ground with Washington. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a run up the middle with Washington. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Pulled in at the 24. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freeing up the D-lineman to make the play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw Mariota. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, 75 yards. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time receiver.
So a sensational return there on special teams. A Flores who's not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Defensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he's going to inside the 20 at the 15. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick. Whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it. Because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
A 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mariota. He's got a man, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Patterson running between the tackles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 39, Mariota going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 59 yards.
Well, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Mariota to sneak it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Penny will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
Seahawks 29, Saints 22.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
Now Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by Sidney Jones. Now I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now Mariota going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being